ledge setter.
You're gonna be in the leg. I see some gas on the edge. Give that mindset to put your shoulder on somebody. Dig, drop. You're finished. Hey, first down. This is weird, kid. Worse than that, sorry.
Wow, I got to make new thumbnails and stuff. This has been a long time. I couldn't even find that intro. Incredible. Well, hey, here we are. Back. It's been, I mean, let's just call it a year and a half since we've done an after hours Jets Fest. I am legitimately excited. I want you to know that. I'll tell you why. Number one, because I genuinely enjoyed doing this show. This is one of my favorites because it tends to be the show that we talk about Jets as always, and then we get into some weird, creepy, cosmic shit, right? We do that. That's what we do. This is the place. It's late. It ends up, we used to do this show till like 1:32 in the morning, and like we would just stay here talking. So I like that aspect of it. Like it's one of my favorite things to do. As you guys know, most of my shows, as far as live streams, I have a co-host or, it's like whether I'm with Ryan and Matt or with Tigo or Jeremy and Frankie or Gunny and Dom or Dom for the mock and everything. So this is just like something I used to do and we haven't done it. So the other reason I'm really happy is that now doing this is not going to be an issue because I don't have to really wake up at any time tomorrow. I'll get up around 6:30, 7 at the latest, but I don't have to like be up at 5 in the morning, 4:30 in the morning. So it's like I'm feeling light and fluffy, everybody. So this is the After Hours Jets Fest. We are back, and I could not be happier. Look at this guy. The Tuesday night. Well, that's what, it's funny. Dom still calls it that. When we talk, he'll go, hey, like the Whatever Fest. That was the original name. The Tuesday night, it was the After Hours Whatever Fest. And then somebody said to me, oh, man, I used to see that thumbnail, and I didn't know it was Jets. I said, huh. So what I did was, I said, what do you think it was about? He said, whatever. So I said, well, really it is. But I said, okay, let me take the word whatever out and put in Jets. So we'll talk about the Jets. There he is, man. My partner, man. My Hiawathian buddy, Dom C. Boy, oh boy, have I known Dom a long time. So we'll be seeing Dom. I was just, Dom, I replied to your text. So that's fine. We can take care of that. But yeah, man. This is great. So we have a win, as you guys know. Let me say hello to all you guys first. Let me just do that. Let me take a second. Aaron Daniels leading us off. Well, here goes my sleep schedule. Right, I hear that, dude. Juggalo checking in says, dude, I was just about to GTS. That's Grand Theft something, right? Isn't that what is it? Grand Theft Sierra, some shit. Grand Theft Auto. That's GTA. Go to sleep. Oh, that's what you were saying. I thought you were going to play video games. I was about to go to sleep. Then I got alerted of another show. So I got my Keurig. We have some strong ass coffee so I can be here for my man. Yeah, dude, Juggalo, right? I'm honored, truly, man, that you would put the GTS. I got to learn that one. Maybe I'll use that. I don't know. I was going to GTS. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I don't know. I got to try to be hip. Flight Rights in the house. Good to see you. Right, man. Me too, dude. It's good to see you, man. Never Image Entertainment. Yo, dude, where have you been? I haven't seen you in a while. Are you in the streams? I don't think I've seen you. We used to see each other all the time. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. It's hard sometimes when we have like our live streams are getting like 800, 900 people now. So the chat moves so fast on this end. So it's been crazy. So anyway, I'm happy to see you. I'm happy you're here. Awesome, Elk. Sup with you, man? Travis is here. Nice. Mr. Preheim. Right on, dude. Oh, Crit, that's what it is. Crit, yeah, because you go under Chris Denard. That's your company. All right. That's it. See, dude, it's going to take me a sec, yo. It's going to take me a sec. I talked to Chris on text. Fucking we chat. My apologies. Never Image Entertainment. Tell me where you are. You in Tom's River? Is that where you are? Where your studio is? Got a great studio space, recording space, rehearsal space, all that stuff. There he is. You go, oh, so I should have just read down. So look, I'm Chris Gennardo. Forget it. All right, I'm back. There you are. All right, took me a second. Arifaster's in the house. In a vacuum, he's a great player, and I'm really happy he's on the team. But my question is, what if Will McDonald the fourth if Will McDonald the fourth will take that leap where he's getting consistent turnovers like a Reddick, so his run defense liability is minimized. After all, more turnovers means more. After all, more turnovers means more possessions for Rodgers to cook. No doubt, dude. Well, this is what I think. Like, let's not forget, and whatever is happening with Bryce Huff down there in Philadelphia aside, what we can't speak for that, right? I know that last year people were complaining about Vic Fangio, who's a great defensive mind in this league, as we know. But in my opinion, something's up. We know what Bryce Huff is. We know what he can do. But so that all being what it is, it took him 4 years to really, let's say 3. It was his third year where you started going, this guy might be legit. Now it's different because Will McDonald is a first round pick and Bryce Huff was an undrafted free agent out of Memphis. So of course there's a different expectation and all that. But at the same time, players are players, men are men, So coming from college, and I think Will McDonald, with all due respect, was overdrafted. I think it was a reach, no matter what you thought. The Jets could have traded back and even taken, pennies on the dollar. Like you could have nobody was taking Will McDonald, but the Jets had this idea that they weren't the only ones sniffing around his door. I don't think that was the case. I don't think Will McDonald gets taken to the mid-20s at best. We took him at 15. So you could have said, hey, man, anybody want to jump up? I'll take a second or whatever. I'll take a third round pick. I'll slide back 8 spots and I'll take, a third. I'll take, the value, I don't know what the value is. I'd have to look at the chart, but you know what I mean? So they could have squeezed the lemon and I would have felt better about it. But that said, he's a player coming from college, and we see that all the time. You see it with quarterbacks. They can be the first overall pick. What do we say? Not everybody comes out of the cannon, dude. So sometimes it takes them a year, 2 years, 3 years. I'm a firm believer that players should sit, especially quarterbacks, but that being obviously a little bit more entailed of a position, but it applies. Parcells said it takes defensive linemen at least 2 years to acclimate to the NFL. The strength alone of these guys you're going against, it's a whole different bag of tricks. When you're at the college level, what's the percentage of college players that end up being impactful NFL players? It's very low. So again, I'm not making excuses, just trying to be rational. Like I have high expectations for first round picks, just like anybody else. But at the same time, it's just to be realistic, it's about right. Let's see him blossom. Now, if Jermaine Johnson going down, if he starts to go, okay, man, like he feels a sense of urgency in his chest. Like, okay, I'm ready. The staff believes in me. They used the top 15 pick on me. I had all last year. I showed some flashes. I worked my ass off with Jermaine Johnson in the offseason, and I got my role, and it's up to me now. And he takes it, just kind of forces that leap on himself. Hey, get a little bit accelerated of a jump for him. I'm all about it. I think he's got the skills. Like, again, I do not pull back from my reaction to the pick, which was, if you want to see it, I can even show you guys. You want to just to remember, because again, I want to make sure. People tell me all the time, I talk a lot, as you guys know. I'm on stream sometimes for 4 hours, so I say a whole bunch of things. People will call back to something I said, 2 years ago on a stream. I'm like, I don't even know who that guy is, that guy you're referencing. I mean, technically it's me, I guess, but all right, let's do this. I'll show you the Will McDonald draft pick. This was our let me make sure you guys can hear it. Whoops. Let me see. So this is my honest to goodness, all of our honest to goodness reaction. I'll draw your attention to myself, Matt O'Leary, and my son. We have the exact same reaction with our jaws. You'll see. So here we go.
In the 2023 NFL Draft, the New York
Come on!
select Will McDonald, linebacker, Iowa State.
Wow.
See the mouths?
What the hell just happened? I didn't see that coming.
So, and Ryan goes, I didn't see that coming. Could you guys hear that? I don't know if you guys could hear that. Hopefully you could have. But so that was our live, immediate reaction. And then as we, dissected it, I didn't change. I said that no matter how good he ends up being, it wasn't the pick. The pick was Anton Harrison. That was the pick. Anton Harrison was I think he was my number 2 offensive lineman in the whole draft. So my Broderick Jones, they stole Broderick Jones. I'm like, good. I don't love Broderick Jones. I liked Anton Harrison. Anton Harrison is a beast. He's doing great right now. Or he was last year anyway. I don't know. I haven't paid attention to him this year. Oh, good. Thank you, Raw Power. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Chris. So it's like, there's a right pick and a wrong pick. Like what we needed last year. Tell me if I'm wrong. Could we have used another tackle last year? You know what I'm saying? Or did we need 19% of the snaps to Will McDonald? So the other thing is, and then this year we would have already had Anton Harrison. Maybe we're not even signing Tyron Smith, or maybe we're signing Tyron Smith. We're not trading for Morgan Moses, or maybe we're just not drafting Fashanu. You know what I mean? And you could have taken Bowers in that instance because Romo Dunze was gone and whatever else. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, when you do the right thing for the team, not to reach for need, like you don't want to have need supersede talent by any means, but Anton Harrison was the pick and he was there. He didn't get picked till later. Let me see when he got picked. I'll tell you right now. NFL draft. It was 2023, right? This was the 24 draft, I think. Yeah. All right, let's see here. I'll even show you guys the screen so we can stop sharing this. Kyle Stickles, though. What an amazing intro, right, for Kyle Stickles. Right, dude. Thank you, Dom C. This is so great. Dom C says, by the way, Project Prospect with Dom C. Amazing channel that Dom C runs here right on YouTube. Offer your support over there. Give him some subs and things like that. So he went number 26 in that draft. I guess I don't need to share it. Dom doesn't care that I'm doing all the work over here. He's just going to jump in, which is helpful. But I talked to Anton Harrison the whole draft process, didn't I? Pre-draft process. I'm like, you know who I like, Dom? I like Anton Harrison. And he was like considered like the 6th, 7th, and he moved up, somewhat. But I'm like, I don't know, dude. This is the guy. This is the guy. So he went 26th. What the hell draft was that? That was 23, right? 22? 22, I guess. No, he didn't. Hold on a second here. Let me see. I don't think he went 26th. 27th, that's why. 27th, Dom. He went to the Jacksonville Jaguars at pick 27. So think of all these guys that were taken between. So all these guys, remember I'll tell you what, when Broderick Jones was gone, I was 100% convinced the Jets were taking Kalijah Cansey. That's who I thought they were taking. Jack Campbell, geesh. Oh my God. Jackson Smith and Jigba was another pick. I said, I'll be delighted with that guy. No sweat. You sent me to the right neighborhood. But imagine that. Like, again, like if you had Jackson Smith and Jigba to go with Garrett Wilson, maybe that reshapes what you're doing with your 3rd round pick this year too. Maybe you could have taken, I don't know. I don't remember who's on the board. Plenty of guys we liked. Plenty of guys. So that's the thing. But that all said, Will McDonald is ours, and it doesn't, whatever draft position need madness that we had at the time doesn't change the fact that he's here now. And thank goodness he is. And thank goodness, like, look, when you want to talk, people are calling him a bust and everything. He played 19% of the snaps last year, not because he sucked, because that's how the Jets do it. The Jets had studs all up and down the line. And if not studs, definitely serviceable players. Like, you don't need them. So work them in. Work them in, get them in there on passing downs, get them some work on both sides. And then we'll put him in our strength program and conditioning nutritional program. We'll get some bulk on him. We'll work on his technique. He'll get some playing time. They didn't need him. Like, a lot of times when with a first round pick, you know, you need him. Like, how many times did we want our first round pick to save us? How many, whether it's Sam Darnold, Sanchez, Zach Wilson, they in the draft, they talk about, is this the next Jets savior? It's like, savior? Can we lighten up on the kid's fucking 21 years old, man? Take a breath. You know what I mean? It's like fucking what the load, the heavy load that we put on these guys. So I like that the Jets, like, even with Fashanu, why would you use first round pick on a guy that's not going to play? Dude, if Fashanu doesn't play this year, do you realize how wonderful of a scenario that is? It is best case scenario. That means that our tackles stayed healthy all year long. That's what it means. So if that happens, fantastic. Tyron Smith is on a 1-year contract, dude. If you got Fashanu just brewing, working, building, refining the whole year, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Have him going into year 2. You can even re-sign Tyron Smith as, you know, depth or, you know, an emergency starter. But if he does go down, we're not going all the way down to Carter Warren, or even worse, like, who's the guy? I want to say Kelechi Assembly, but that's not it. Abuye. Yeah, Cedric Abuye. We had to grab a guy from the Texans, I think it was, practice squad. 2 weeks later, he was starting against Von Miller. You know what I mean? So I get it. You want your first round pick to come in and do something, but I'd much prefer our first round pick come in. We don't need him to save us. And he can refine and work on it, develop, get into year 2 and do what Will McDonald's doing. So let me ask you. Well, I already did ask you. I'm going to close the poll. If you didn't answer the poll, I'll give you 5 seconds. See what you think. We'll go through some comments and stuff. Yeah, I'm going to end the poll. Let's see. So I asked the question, are you ready to believe in Will McDonald? Like, are you jumping on? Are you still? What's up, Paula? Welcome. Good to see you. Good to see Curly Norman, Yeti, Billy SBC, Boogie Down Bronx has been back in the house. You guys are great. You guys are the shizniggle. Do they still say that? That might be like 90s. I have no idea. I still say hip. So using the word hip shows that you're not hip. That's what it does. As soon as you say, hey, man, I'm hip, you're like, That's what it is. So here's the how it shook out. Are you ready to believe in Will McDonald? Hell yeah. Took 73% of the vote. Not quite yet. Took 25%. Okay, I like what I'm seeing. I'm not ready to, one game does not a career make, right? I appreciate that. Then 1% of you said, hell no. I don't believe in this guy. He's a one-trick pony, right? Spin move Magoo. That's what they called him back in school. That's what I heard. I read that somewhere. I don't know. Maybe it was just a tweet. Who knows? So anyway, it's nice to see Will McDonald have such an incredible game. And it happens to be the game that we lose our rising star in Jermaine Johnson in year 3. I mean, that kid's legit. Let's just be real. I mean, that young man is an absolute stud. And he's only going to get better and better and better. And it's a heartbreaking thing to lose him. So it's really nice that among that heir, another young player, a first round pick himself, decides this is the game I'm going to break out. So let me do something here. Let me show you his PFF. Now again, PFF ratings be as they may. There's no, we don't have to put any real value in it, but it's something. So let's take a look here. Oh, they don't have this week up there yet. Yeah, they don't. Oh no, they do. They do. So PFF has them rated a little bit lower here. But let's take a look. I'm more focused on how many snaps that he got and that kind of stuff. So let's take a look here. I'll show you. Lower than I thought, actually. So you can see here. Oh, let me do this. All right. So here he is. Will McDonald. He's 6'3", 241, Iowa State, blah, blah, blah. He had 2 solo tackles, 2 sacks. Okay. So they're crediting him with 2 sacks. They don't believe in that bullshit that if your leg hits somebody, that it's a sack and a strip sack and all that stuff. I wouldn't call it a strip sack. I think that fumble was a choice by Will Levis. I definitely don't think it's a strip, but I do think it's a sack. Will McDonald created the pressure that flushed him out, and his body hit him, and he fell. So that's just the way it goes. Just because you didn't grab him and bring him to the ground, it's still a sack. So I think it's 3 sacks, but I wouldn't call it a strip. So they gave him a 41.5 overall, very low. 28.6 run defense, 63.7. Even with 2 sacks, how do you get a 63? You know what I mean? In one game. Especially when you're look at this. It doesn't make any sense. This is why their ratings are bunk, in my opinion. So he played 29 run snaps, 38. This is his most that he's ever played. So what is that? 59. So 67 snaps. Sheesh. A lot for him. In that, though, 67 snaps, he had 6 pressures, 4 of which were hurries and 2 of which in their mind were sacks. So I would say 3 hurries, 3 sacks. He also had 3 stops, which again is because he created the scenario that blew up the play. Now, whether that's a running play, there was other plays where Will McDonald had incredible pressure on the quarterback, and he threw it, and it was way off because of the pressure. So that's another thing that he did. But so he had 2 solo tackles, 3 stops, 2 sacks, 4 hurries, 6 total pressures. Now, I want to point something out to you guys. Like we were talking about, who's going to replace JFM's pressures? Oh, Brandon getting all smoked up for Will McDonald. See? This one's for you. I used to do that stuff. I'm glad you're still out there keeping the dream alive, Brandon. Good for you, buddy. I can't do it. You guys know. I can't do it. I take 1 hit of weed, I get all fucking crazy, and then I want crack. I don't know what it is. It's about, especially alcohol. Maybe I could get away with weed for a week or 2, but I'm definitely not gonna. I'm not gonna. Problem is, even if it's just weed, I'll be smoking weed first thing in the morning. That's how I roll, man. I'm like waking up, wake, bake, starving in 20 minutes, making crazy sandwiches out of corned beef hash, salami, fucking, you know what I mean? Like that's what I'm doing. Potato chips all on a roll. That's what I do. So I can't live like that. But I'm happy you are, man. Genuinely. Because I do. That's the one I miss out of everything. It's the one that seems benign. I'm like, oh, can't I just I get creative when I smoke weed? But I haven't smoked a hit of weed since 2006 was my last time I smoked weed. A fucking long time, man. Anyway, let's do this though. So watch this. So remember, we were talking about like JFM had 50 pressures, right? So how are we going to replicate this? So let's do it this way. So let's look at Kinlaw. So we already got 6 right there from Will McDonald. I have not looked at Javon Kinlaw's stuff this week. So look at this, man. So this week they gave him a 75.5 96.4 rating. He had 6 solo tackles. It's crazy when you're watching it, right? Because people say, "Where's Will?" I haven't seen Kinlaw. I'm like, "You haven't?" Seems a little bit quieter than maybe it really is. But I see I see your main catch. I'll get to you in a second. I'm sorry. It slid by. So he got 6 solo tackles, assisted test, so that's 7 total tackles, 0 force. So he had 5 stops. So in addition to bringing the guy down 6 times by himself, another time with somebody else, he had 5 stops, which again is when you create the scenario where the play can be made. It's a stop. So I love that PFF does that, quite frankly, because how many times did a running back run into the ass of his offensive lineman because of the big fat defensive tackle stands him up, and then he bounces it, runs to the right, and the linebacker cleans it up. Everybody goes, "Hey, my linebacker's great." And he might be, but without the defensive tackle, and he gets nothing for that. So PFF credits that to some degree, which that's one of the things I like about them. So by the way, he played, what's that, 78 snaps. Damn, boy, they got to get off the field. So 7 tackles, 5 stops, 5 total pressures, 4 hurries, and a quarterback hit. Pretty damn good, man. So just those guys alone this week, there's 11 pressures. Right there. Week 2 alone. We're talking about, replicating 50 pressures. I mean, then you'd have to add Quentin Jefferson and all that shit. So I shouldn't do that. But Kinlaw alone, he had pressures last week too. Let me see this. Regular season. Can I do the previous week? I don't think I can. Maybe I can, but let me see. Let's see here. Hold on. Oh, we can. Awesome. Okay. So this is great. Can you guys see? Let me make it bigger for you guys. Hold on. All right. So here we go. What are you guys seeing? You guys? Hold on a second. You guys are not seeing, like, it's frozen over here. Hold on a second. Let me see. I've moved the page. Oh, you know why? Because I opened sorry about that. I opened which one is it here? Let me see. Is this it? Yeah. So when I guess when you open a tab, it's not coming with me. So here it is. This is cool. So look at this, guys. Again, 6'5", 319 pounds. He's only 27 years old. So we're gonna, we got some meat on the bone here. So look, week 1, he played 41 total snaps, 19 in run defense, 22 in passing snaps. What is this? What does that mean? Defense. I gotta dissect this a little bit. I've never opened this before. So let's see this. Does it say all right, so here we go. So week 1, he had 2 tackles, 2 hurries. All right, so I guess that's solo tackles. 4 total tackles. Oh, no. What the hell's total? What's going on here? Oh, that's pressures. Give me a second, dude. This is what it says. I'm sorry. Sorry. This is his pressures. So we had 2 pressures, which were hurries week 1. So he had 4 tackles, 4 stops week 1. So not terrible, man. He had a 79 pass rush grade and a 50 run defense. What the fuck is this? I mean, I would assume it's tackling grade. I don't know what that is. So 64.3 overall. And this week, 3 total. I don't know what the hell's going on here. This is bullshit. I gotta look at that better. But anyway, the point is, you can see he's got 5 pressures this week. He had what did they say? 4 or 2 the week before. So that's 7 in 2 weeks. If you do 7 times, so that would be 7, 16. That's 8. So 7 times 8 is what? 56. So he would if this trajectory, he's going to eclipse JFM's pressure rate. So that's where it's coming from, right there. JFM was predominantly a defensive end. So, anywho, you know what I'm saying. Main Catch using his member super chat. He's a stream beaner. If you'd like to join the stream beaners and support the channel, the join button is right under the video. If you look, that's greatly appreciated. And he's been doing it for 10 months. So Main Catch is the shit. I appreciate you. I got to meet Main Catch at our event last year. Good dude. I hope you are. I don't know if you're coming this year. I hope you are. Oh, yes. Look, I'm ready for Thursday. That's not Thursday. So, but anyway, if you want to just support the channel without giving any money, you can just hit those there milk thumbs. Whoop, 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 whoop. You could do that, and you can hit the subscribe button. Greatly appreciated. Helps more than you know, man. YouTube looks at that stuff. If they're going to show me to people, they got how many likes you're getting, how many subscribers are you getting, are your videos, that's what it is. That's what it's about. I know that about 44% of the people watching are not subscribed, generally speaking, overall on my channel. So he says, I'm ready for Thursday. Let's beat them GreenBean style. Right. 4 yards of play until the Pats can't handle it. Dude, I'll tell you what. I'm really craving Main Catch. That's my system. 4 yards of play wins the game. That's all you need. You get 4 yards of play. And look, you pop off some 12ers, some 80-yarder. That's great too. But all you need is 4 yards. If you did 4 yards of play, you're starting at your 25-yard line. 4 end zone. You're on the field for 8 minutes, 22 seconds. Defense comes on ferocious, fresh. Rawr! And your offense comes on, just does 4 yards for it. Dude, then your offense is on the field all day long. You're going to have a 40-20 time of possession disparity in your favor. And you're going to fucking win. But I got to tell you, Main Catch, I'll be honest with you. I am craving an Aaron Rodgers flight fest. I really am, man. I am craving it, dude. I want so badly for Aaron Rodgers just to just shut everybody up, stuff it in their mouths. That's what I want. I want the haters to have to say, shit, man. I said he was old and washed. He just threw for 360 and 3 touchdowns like that. I'm craving something like that. I'd love to see it versus the Pats in our home opener too. Are you kidding? Wouldn't that be something? But anyway, if what you're talking about happens, I'll be all right. I love it because what that does, that just demoralizes teams, which is why it sucks when you're seeing it on us. It's not fun. It's not fun eating those turds. You can't stop them. They're getting 4, 5, 6 yards a clip and they're just marching down the field. And it's a 12. We had 12 play drives that our defense was on the field versus the Titans. 12 plays. It's crazy. Like you can't be out there that long. Thank you, Main Catch. Thank you for the support, buddy. Ron Weiss. Thank you. Ron, who I've met at the Jets facility. Ron's a fucking great dude, man. He's fun. Thank you, Ron. He says, hey, buddy, I'm digging the late show with the bean. What happened with the early rise? Well, that one here, that's let me show you what he's talking about. That was short-lived, wasn't it, Ron? All right, let me show you what he's talking about. Let me show you something here. Jeez, this was my damn, this is terrible. Okay, let me show you guys real quick. I'm gonna pull my face off so you can see. That was Good Morning Jets. That was at 9 a.m. Oh, I've been working, Ron. That's what happened to it. But here's what it looked like. Not whoops. Then now you know why it's not there. I tell you what, I would like to bring back a morning show. I got to see how it goes because I'm 2 days into my new life. 2 days. Like not to working for myself. I had a fantastic day. Fantastic day working for myself today. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to get up at probably 7. Let's say 7. First thing I'm going to do is I do my little prayer stuff. I do that. And then I'm going to go in my sauna for about 20 minutes. I'm going to meditate in there for a little while. Then I'm going to go in my ice plunge right after it because it's getting cooler here now. When it was hard, I couldn't get it below like 50 degrees. 50 degrees was as low as I could get it in the summer. It's just because I don't have a thing. It's expensive, so I'll see. But I'm going to wake up, bring my cup of coffee out back, go in my sauna, meditate, jump in the ice plunge, freak out, and start my day. And usually I would already be at work for a couple hours by then. So isn't that nice, Ron? So maybe if I'm feeling frisky, maybe I'll add the morning show and then I'll do the late show. Yeah. I could be on. I could just stay on, Ron. I'd fuck it. Just smoke a bunch of crack with me. And then we'll do that. You could just stay up all night, right? Juggalo, right? Juggalo. Should I do that? Let me know in the comments. Hepburn says, we can't keep starting slow. Did we ever have a lead in the first half ever? Well, look, we're that team, John, that it's like, this is the first lead the Jets have had in the first quarter since 12 games. Right? That's us. We always have those kinds of streaks. Like, remember the last big one was we had 2 years without a roughing the passer penalty. We've gotten called for a dozen, but we have not had a roughing the passer penalty drawn in 2 seasons. Like, that is absurd. We were the only team in the NFL in 2022 to not have one. That is ridiculous. So it happened on the game that we went to our meetup. It was the only thing we cheered for the whole friggin' night because we got blown out by the Chargers. But when it happened, bro, the stadium went ballistic. It was like we just scored a touchdown. Ah, we got a roughing the passer. So I don't know. I mean, I'd like to see us start quick because that's a solid trait. Again, we were talking about it in the Talking Jet stream with O'Leary tonight. That, the second half, like we were saying, we were talking about it about like, when CJ Mosley went out of the game, Sherwood seemed to improve the defense. And I think Sherwood's young legs and his coverage ability and all that had a factor. But let's not forget, the Jets are notorious for having much improved second halves under Saleh. It's a trait. It's very consistent. So I don't know. You know what we're going to do? Before we wrap this up, let's take a look at some Jamie and Sherwood film because you guys are going to love it. If you haven't seen it already, you're going to love it, dude. The guy is so impressive, man. And he's one of my favorites. I've been a big supporter, as you guys know, him, Yaboa, Mims. I have my guys. Like, obviously, I love Quinnen's my favorite player. Love Brees and all the guys. Braylon Allen is a big my guy. I consider him my guy because I was screaming about him. I don't want to say I was alone. I wasn't the only one, but he's a guy that I was really, pounding the table for, so to speak. Throughout our pre-draft process. When the Jets said Braylon Allen, I couldn't believe it. As a matter of fact, let me do main catch, and then I'll find you. I have that clip too. I'll show you guys. Yeah. So, all right. Main catch checking back in. Thank you, buddy. He says, unfortunately, I've never met. Really? That wasn't you? Oh, main Jet fan. You're right. With you. So I'm sorry. So with you have your channel, the main catch. It's different. I look forward to meeting you, sir. I've never been to a Jets game. Well, dude, you should check into the Wayward Jets fan fun lists. We're up to, I forget the guy's name. I have 4 on the list this year. So I'm going to try to get all of them to a game throughout the season. We got Wyatt, as many of you know, the Marine, originally he's from Wyoming. He's very much a Wyoming person. And he lives in California. He's stationed in California as a young Marine. So we're going to get him to his first Jets game ever on the 29th. He's coming to the Denver game with us on the 29th. Now, the next ticket obviously won't be with our group buy, but it's still a great thing. We'll get him the ticket and the airfare. And we we get them in the whole thing. So it's a great thing, man. I love it. I love doing it. So anyway, you should. I mean, I don't know if you can or want to, but if you can, let me know. I'll throw you on the list. I'll try to get you to a game. I'll be super cool. But let me see if I have this thing here. Let me see if I have the Braylon Allen draft reaction. We had Richie on. It was great. Let me see. Oh, where is it? I know I put it on Instagram. So let me see that. Hold on. I'll show you guys. I'll find it. It's another great one. You guys remember it? Were you watching our draft stream with us? It was amazing. So thank you, and I'm sorry for the confusion. You see where the confusion came. I know you, but it blurs. The lines cross sometimes. I appreciate the clarification. You had the channel. I'm 99% certain of that. And that we talked to your fishing channel up there in Maine. You're the best. All right, hold on. Let me find this thing. Let me find this thing right here. Oh, here it is. I got it. All right, hold on. So here we go. You guys ready to see this? So this is our reaction. We had, who do we have? We had Tigo and Richie on with us at this moment when they chose Braylon Allen. We were talking about him. I was saying that's the guy I want. He's my RB1 for the Jets. Can I make it any bigger here for you guys? Let's see. Here we go. That's nice. There we go. You guys ready?
I'm thrilled to announce that with the 134th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Braylon Allen.
Oh, yeah! Let's go!
Well done.
Yes!
Well done.
Let's
Well
go! No way!
Wow. Let's
I
go.
love it, dude. No way, bro.
Oh, man.
We all literally said we wanted him. We did it, Green Bean.
Tony Dublin, Ireland.
See, so we did a green bean, Richie said. Fucking funny, man. Now, a significantly different reaction than with Will McDonald. It's very rare, especially once you get into like the third, fourth, fifth, sixth round. It's very rare that the guy you want is selected by the Jets, at least for me. And let me tell you a secret that I've told you hundreds of times already. The guys that I want in those mid to late rounds many times end up working out. Many times. Not all of them, for sure. But like we pick, whoever, Michael Carter, the running back, who I did like the pick, though, by the way. But I forget who I wanted. Maybe Trey Smith I wanted in that one, right in that fourth round slot, fifth round. I wanted Trey Smith. I think he made it to the sixth. I was like, dude, this is a first round guy. The reason he was sliding is because of the blood clot thing. And I get it, but fourth round pick, it's worth the risk. And he's a stud. At least I haven't checked on him in a minute. Let's take a look. He's even playing. I don't even know. Let's see how he's doing. Has he played? Yeah, he played 119 snaps. Got an 83.7 PFF, 71 pass blocks, 3 pressures, 0 sacks, 0 penalties. Come on. You know what I mean? That was my guy. Just telling you. So when Braylon Allen, it was crazy this draft because Braylon Allen was my RB1. They took him. Jordan Travis was my QB, the guy that I wanted, our developmental quarterback. They took him. And then Isaiah Davis was my RB3 for the Jets behind Audric Estime and Braylon Allen, of course. And I was like, they took Isaiah Davis? Like, I didn't think they'd take 2 running backs. And the truth is, I'd much rather have seen them take a wide receiver. But I was like, dude, that's another one of my guys. Like, this is crazy town. Now, I'll admit, I never even heard of Quantez Stiggers. And Jalen Key was fine, Mr. Irrelevant. I had my guys. I had some offensive linemen there. I think I had a safety. But they took a safety, but maybe it wasn't a safety. I forget what it was. I think there were still wide receivers on the board. You know, I wanted Carson Steele. Carson Steele is going to end up getting, now that Pacheco's out, you're going to see Carson Steele. I'm fucking telling you, man. You know, Dom made fun of me all draft season. You know, you were there. You were there. Dom, every Monday night mock, Dom would go, Carson Steele, he's just not going to make it in the NFL. Now, we don't know if he will or not, but I'm just telling you. You see him, he was exploding in the preseason, and he got some reps in the season. Now that Pacheco's out, I think you're going to see him. Watch what happens. Mange Cat's checking back in. He says, thank you so much, Bean, for showing my YouTube channel on your channel. I'm the Fisherman Appliance. You added appliances? I didn't see appliances. You got me 60 subs. LOL. Yeah. How many subs you up to? That's great. That's great, man. Yeah, dude, I'm happy to help, dude. Look at all these scrubs I've helped, right? Like Jeremy, right? Jeremy, I made fucking Jeremy, dude. Jeremy Jets Chaos. That's 100% GreenBean, right? Dom C. You know how Dom C, I didn't make Dom or Jeremy for that matter, but Dom C won a contest. So did Jeremy, as a matter of fact, won a contest. And he came on the screen with us. And obviously I knew Dom. He won for real organically. I was like, holy shit, that's Dom. And he sounded, you could tell right away, this guy, wow, he actually knows what he's talking about, like on a deeper level. And we talked, and he wrote some articles for me, and we brought him on some shows as a guest. And you know, dude, ain't nobody better than Dom out there. You know what I mean? So I'm happy to be a part of people's helping if I can. Wayward Jets fan fun, dude. Like if I can give anything to anybody, that's what I'm all about. So yeah, I'm happy. I wish I could help more. Tell me if we could do it again. We'll do a whole thing. Jet 830 says, what jersey you rocking? Well, I'll tell you what. I wore a funny thing, right? So I wore an older jersey. Now this is one of those. It's funny because I bought this on the Jets store. But it's one of those ones that you make yourself, like you choose the name on the back because they weren't selling it. And I wanted it. So this is the older style. You see, I've worn it quite a bit. It's wearing out, but it's like it's cheaper than the new ones that we get. But it's the old logo, right? So this was Mo Lewis, right? So I wanted a Mo Lewis jersey, and so I got it. So because I wore it against the Titans and we won, I'm terribly sorry. I got to wear it again. You know what I mean? It's just, I'm locked in, dude. Now, I was planning to wear my Sauce jersey up in New Jersey for the Denver game. But if we win again with this jersey, there's no way. I'll bring the Sauce jersey for whatever, but I'm going to be wearing that in the game. I can't do it. I'm locked in, dude. If it's a 0.00000000001% chance that it helps anything, which it doesn't, but I'm going to do it anyway. I got to wear it. So, you know, Ron checking back in. No, I mean, I love the late streams, but what happened to your early job? Oh, shit. I went on a whole thing there. So what happened to I resigned, Ron. I was running the addiction center here in Charlottesville for 17 months. And I had an opportunity to start my own business, and I did it. And I resigned with class and, you know, with really positive vibes. And I got to talk to the owners, the board, and they both, gave me very, very warm, affectionate tones. And so I said, I'd like to leave as a friend. And they said, absolutely. And matter of fact, the guy said to me, in the event he said, number one, I support you 100%. You got to take the swing. If you don't, you'll regret it forever. Just do it. And you're going to succeed. If you do anything like what you did here, it's going to work. He said, but you never know why businesses fail. So in the event it does, for whatever reason, could be no fault of your own. It could be your fault, whatever. You call me if you need a job. We'll find something for you because you've done a great job, blah, blah, blah. So that's the way I left. So, and I think the world of them, and I love my staff. I'm going to go see them maybe next week. I'm giving it a little space, but I'll stop in and say hello. But yeah, man. So I resigned. My last day was a week ago from Friday. So this Friday will be 2 weeks, was my last day. Friday I worked. Saturday morning at 4 a.m. I was on my way to the airport. I flew down to Miami. I hung out in the Standard Hotel in their spa for 2 days. I hung out at my buddy's house. I did the live stream Monday night from Miami. So yeah, man, it was like I took a nice week. It was actually 5 days. Took 5 days and just hung out in Miami, South Florida. And then I came home and then I went to work yesterday for my job, my company. And GreenBean, baby. So that's what I did. I appreciate you asking, Ron, but that's what's going on. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, Yeti knows. Yeti knows. If anybody was, I was the only person that I know talking about Carson Steele. Everybody laughed. And again, nothing's been proven. I mean, he's undrafted free agent. The hell do I know? Oh, look, as a matter of fact, here's Dom, my partner on Monday Night Show. I had an undraftable rate on Carson Steele, which I was right. Moving him to fullback was really, really important to him sticking. He's only a fullback in name, though. They're just using that label. But the thing is, like, this is what I liked about Carson Steele. You could have put him at linebacker, and he would have played it. Those, like the guys that you get, they're kind of like a prima donna, like I am a left tackle, like that, just that kind of stuff. Like, they're like, look, the guy's jersey that I'm holding right here, this guy, right? This guy was in a 4-3 defense and had 10 interceptions. Or you think it was 7 interceptions, was something like that. Okay, and led the league in tackles. Then they switched the whole defense. He's a 4-3 or a 3-4 outside linebacker. You know what he does? He gets 12 sacks. Like, he's like, okay, what do you need me to do? I'll do that. Klecko did that. That's what he did. Klecko was a defensive end. He was a defensive tackle. He's a nose tackle. He did everything. What do you need me to do? Yeah, I'll fucking kill that guy. Those are the guys I like. Of course, you need those, those guys that are just, they do their thing. That's all they're going to do. And they're exceptional, right? Yeah, of course you need those skilled guys. But I like my team to be made up of a nice portion of football players, blue collar lunch pails. We call them lunch pail types. Like the term I use with Dom is bloody knuckles types. I like bloody knuckles. Carson Steele has bloody knuckles. So if you say to Carson Steele, look, we want you to be a fullback. I know that's not what you do. We're going to send you through the hole first. He's like, no problem. And you know what he's going to do? He's going to throw every pound that he has at the snarling linebacker running toward him. That's what he's going to do. Now, will he be good at it? I don't know. But really what he's going to do, he's got the fullback designation, but he's a halfback. He's a big one, but his speed is elusive. And again, I don't know what the hell he'll be. I love him. He's my kind of guy. My kind of guy. Just like Braden McGregor's my kind of guy. Isn't Braden McGregor your kind of guy? Let's do this. Hold on a second. By the way, we got 210 people in here at 11:30 at night. I got 66 milk thumbs squished. Help me out. Smash the like button. Let's give me some love for the return of the After Hours Jets Fest. Let's get some likes. If you haven't subscribed, smash the subscribe button. It's free. And if you hit the like button, if you hit the subscribe button in 10 minutes, you can add yourself to the chat. If you want to chat, because I have the only subscribers can chat function on. You know why I really do that? It's not because it wasn't motivated by wanting people to subscribe, which I do, but that wasn't the motivation. The motivation was to stop the damn porn sites from bombarding us, from spamming the shit out of us. You know, when that happened, I'm like, as soon as that happens, I'm like, oh no, I forgot to do the thing. I got to go in there and do it. It's like, Sex. It's like, oh no, we're getting flooded. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, you were right, Dom. I mean, that's the only facts are Dom said he was undraftable. I said I would use a 6th or 7th on him every day of the week. He went undrafted. So Dom's right. That's all we have. That's the only fact that we have. But the other, I guess, fact, but there's nothing written yet about it, is that he did make the roster and he is getting reps. So just saying, everybody. Let's move down. Yeah, I think you know what's funny? I know you may be joking, but I feel like I remember something about him with something weird like that. I don't know if it's real. Something. I don't remember. Top Cat Warless. What's up, dude? I almost called you Warflies, but that's only because my eyes are bad. I like Sherwood over Mosley. Well, Mosley's the leader. Remember that. Mosley is the emotional. I'm a huge Sherwood guy, and he might end up being an upgrade over CJ Mosley at this time. But, I mean, CJ Mosley, his value to the team is also something that's not really quantifiable, is his leadership and his intelligence, like all that stuff is something that I don't know if Sherwood has. I don't know. Maybe he does. It's like, remember when we had Demario Davis and they would say that Demario Davis has a similar personality and impact on his team as Ray Lewis. Everybody goes, oh my, you're comparing Demario Davis to Ray Lewis. And it's like, man, no, we're just saying that he's inspirational in the same way. He gets people pumped up. He's really loud. He's always talking. He's yelling on the field, all that kind of stuff. So there are other things that impact the game, not just the play. Obviously, they got to be good too, or else it doesn't fucking matter. Yeah, he sucks. He can't tackle anybody. He can't cover for shit. But boy, oh boy, do we like him. You know what I mean? We're going to start him. He's just great. But I look, if Sherwood ends up having to play, here's my hope. And I don't want to credit Frankie, but I want to say that Frankie had a video on it on the Frankie from Flatbush channel today that I watched, that he's right in the same pocket as me, which is this. Sherwood had a 79 PFF coverage grade this week. And I have been saying for the whole time he's been here, the benefit of Sherwood being a converted safety is that his coverage skills are going to be better than your average linebacker, right? And he has proven it in the limited reps. He's had his moments where he's covered well. He doesn't have all that many reps, so whatever you're talking about with Sherwood is in limited sampling size. But he was the only player on the Jets with no missed tackles last year. In a season of missed tackles, everybody had missed tackles, led by Jordan Whitehead, who had 15 himself. So then you got Sherwood, again, less reps, so less opportunity, but he had enough reps to count, and he had 0 missed tackles. And you see that this week too. I think he led the team in tackles. I'm not exactly sure. I could look, but I don't want to. But so I think that if he has to play, we're not gonna hate it. And who knows if he's an upgrade at this point where CJ Mosley is in his career with his body. We all know CJ's lost a step. So who knows? And Sherwood's just young and hungry, man. You know what I mean? And they're selling Sherwood jerseys on the site. They were doing that last year. Like, Sam Aiken checking in. Oh, yeah. That was my other guy. Now, admittedly, he was another guy that I pegged early because I'm in Charlottesville, and Charlottesville is UVA town, and he was the star this year. He transferred to UVA for his last year in school, and he's fucking, what do you have, 1,500 yards or something like that? I forget. But he's exactly everything we're hoping Gibson can be is Malik Washington. The fact that he went to Miami kills me. I had high hopes actually that like when they were taking Isaiah Davis, like if Malik Washington's name was called, even though I like Isaiah Davis plenty, I would have been much, much happier. And Luke McCaffrey, sure. He went earlier than we thought, if I remember. But I mean, he's got the bloodline, bro. He plays just like he's like it's the same mold, same cut. So he's going to be something. I would have been very happy with him too. Which players do you think we left off? I mean, there are so many, dude. I mean, how about Brian Thomas Jr.? I mean, it's funny, you know. I like Roman Wilson or whatever. I start to forget their names. You know, I only have so much bandwidth. Like Dom will remember everybody. He'll remember their stats, what school for 10 years. I can't do it. I keep a couple and the rest got to flush down the toilet. They got to go into the septic. I don't remember. But there were so many guys I would have loved in the league. I wanted Braylon Allen, though. If I had to pick one of the guys we took that we, you know, can't be replaced, it was Braylon Allen. I wanted him on this team. I can't believe we got him. Look at this. Aaron says, what's up, Aaron? Good to see you, buddy. He says, Mo Lewis was my dad's favorite player from that era, too. Corbett and Curtis were the next gen. I think you like Kyle Clifton before. Yeah, that's me. Me and your dad would get along famously. You know, we were very, very similar. I grew up, Kyle Clifton was the linebacker when I grew up. He was replaced ultimately by Marvin Jones. So there was a time when it was Mo, Kyle Clifton, and Joe Kelly. That was our linebacking core. And they were mean. Don't forget, Mo Lewis, he was a third-round pick, and he hit the ground running. Hit the ground running. He was good right away. Third-round pick just came right in. He was his job for the 12 years. He was our linebacker for 12 seasons, never injured till the very, very end. Think about that. Like these guys go down like flies nowadays. Mo Lewis played 12 years, was among the elites in the league. The only reason Mo isn't going to the Hall of Fame, I'm going to tell you this right now, is because he played in an era when Junior Seau and Derek Thomas were the big names. He was playing on most of the time shitty New York Jets teams. And the same thing happened to him that happened to Klecko. Not that he's Klecko, but Mo Lewis, there were numerous seasons where his statistical line is better than both of them. And he was completely forgotten. He made his first Pro Bowl when Parcells was here. Because Parcells brought notoriety to the team. We got good and the whole thing. And Mo Lewis went to his first Pro Bowl and all pro. He knew consecutive all pros, and it wasn't enough. And then he had obviously the Drew Bledsoe hit, which it pains me that most Jets fans are like, fuck Mo, they should build a statue in front of Gillette City. I hate that shit. I hate it. Like, listen, let me paint the scenario for you of that hit. I'm going to paint it for you. So we had September 11th, okay? One of the most tragic days in U.S. history ever. Maybe the most tragic day in the United States history. So they canceled all the games the following week. And the next game was against the Patriots. Drew Bledsoe was the first ever $100 million contract quarterback in NFL history. So he was a premier. He was the guy. And Mo Lewis playing in that September 11th game. It was all USA and flags and God bless America. And it was a lot of hype, a lot of emotion. And Mo Lewis crushed the starting quarterback, Super Bowl quarterback of the New England Patriots. I would take the fact that a 6th round pick came in and ended up being the greatest of all time is not Mo's fault, dude. Okay. Like if you look around today, right? Like, I mean, it's like, to a much lesser degree, it's like Jordan Love going down and Malik Willis from Liberty University coming in and being the next Tom Brady. It's like, what? We just put all our egg. Like they just signed Bledsoe that year. The following year, because Brady played, the Belichick traded Bledsoe to a division rival. He traded him to the Bills. That's how he was like, dude, the quarterback I have, I could care less where Drew Bledsoe goes. He's got nothing on this kid. So that's what happened. Like the fact that Mo Lewis gets blamed for it kills me, Aaron. It just washed away all of the respect and notoriety that he earned in a 12-year. He never played for any other team. 12-year Jet. We never even talk about him. Fucking kills me. I'm pissed. I don't like it. Main Cat checking back in. Thank you, though, Aaron. He says, great comment, dude. And good for your dad. Quincy Williams setting a standard on defense. Pat suck. Dude, Quincy Williams is a heat-seeking missile. There was a couple tackles, one in particular that comes to mind, that the running back had a head full of steam, and he was 1 yard shy of the first down, and Quincy Williams the guy stopped on a dime. Boom! Just no falling forward, no reaching out, nothing. Just boom! He hit a brick wall. Boom! And went backwards. I love it. That's what linebackers are. If your linebacker cannot do that, cannot stand a running back up in the hole, if your linebacker's not willing to take on blocks and thunderously crack into a guard, if your linebacker can't lay people out and make them regret their choice to play the game of football for a few seconds, then your linebacker sucks. That's what linebackers are. Linebackers are supposed to be the meanest men on your whole entire team. That's what they're supposed to be. And I think of guys like Jack Lambert, Marvin Jones would fucking knock your head off, dude. You know what I mean? Like the Steelers were famous for having those guys. But then you look at like Ray Lewis, right? Those are the guys. Linebackers, they're supposed to be the meanest. Oh, Chris loves it. Thank you, Main Catch. Chris loves it. Hey, Bradigan, you're the man. Good to see you. So yeah, they're good, man. That was his battle cry. I knew I liked you, Chris. I knew it. Mid Flair says all the porn sites need to do is subscribe. Yeah, but they won't because they're bots. Every now and then one trickles in, but it takes it away. It takes like 90% of it away without batting an eyelash, dude. All I do is hit that setting that only subscribers can comment. 90%, if not more, it's gone. So, let's make sure I didn't miss any here of the super chats. Let's real quick, if you don't mind, before we get out of here. Whoops. Let's do this. Let's go to Ryan's channel. He does the every snap videos, which are great, by the way. Let me show you guys this. No pegging. Hey, man, you're not supposed to talk like that on here, Dano. No, I do not have a peg leg. I went the wrong way with that wink. You see that? Nobody can see that. How am I doing? What does Meadowland say? To blame somebody for. Well, no, they don't. They need to just, we need to fucking eat it. Now, I mean, technically speaking, if Mo Lewis didn't completely knock Drew Bledsoe into the next week, which, dude, he broke his ribs. I mean, dude, I'm telling you, would you ever, like any game that we play this year, Paris, tell me, any game that we play this year, and our linebacker lays out the starting quarterback and knocks him out for the game in a crushing hit, you're not going to scream and cheer? Of course you are. Because that's what you can't predict. Dude, it's such an anomalous situation. It's like it almost never happens. Happened to us. Fucking bullshit is what it is. All right, let's do this. We'll do a little bit of so watch this. So there's Sherwood right there, circled. Okay, we'll watch a little bit of Jamie and Sherwood. We'll just watch. This is a 9-minute video. We won't watch the whole thing, but we'll just watch like 5 plays or so. Let's watch our boy. Watch him slide the line. Watch him react. Watch him read. Watch him cover. Watch him hit. All the stuff. Let's see. Okay, see how he slid across the line there? I like that. Running back's going to be patient and pick a hole. I'm going to be right there waiting for you. Look at this. Taking on the block, making the tackle. See that? Dude, that's a fantastic example. Let's watch that again. Look at him. So here he is right here. See my mouse? Right there. Let me back it up just a little bit so you can see the circle. Hold on. All right, here he is. Right there. Watch him. Willing. Okay, here comes the guy, the tight end. Boom, boom, boom. Tight end can't block him. Makes it. Dude, that's what you need. Not much doing there. Here we go. They're sending him on a blitz. Creates the pressure. Still gets the pass off. Got his hand up. Nice sneaky blitz there. Disguised. Okay. Fake handoff. He drops back. Look at that hit. Holy shit. Did you see that? The double whammy. That's an assist. Watch this. Oh, that's the previous play. Let's watch that again. Look at this kid. Hey, you, we need you to go in for CJ Mosley. No problem. Okay? Where am I? How far back did I go? Did I go back far enough? Just to play. If not, I didn't go back far enough. Let's see what happens. Nope, I went back. I didn't go back far enough. All right, let me do it again. I'm sorry. All right, that's it. Here we go. So there's the pressure. Now this should be the play. Let's watch him. Fake handoff. Passes the ball. I'm coming. Quincy and CJ. Dude, that is crazy. He gets knocked back. He threw his whole body into that. Look at that. And then drags him to the ground. Him and Quincy. This guy got no chance, Quincy and Sherwood. Holy shit, this is exciting. That's right. Drive him home. Right in the middle. You go over there. You do that. Stay right there. I'm going to scooch over, Quincy. I got this and me. Okay? I'm going to hit him. Boom. I see Tony Adams got him locked up. I'm going to take this opportunity to lay a pop. Here's a handoff. Boom. Lisa. You see this guy? Okay. I don't want to show anymore. Do you see what I'm saying? Why I like him? The only thing missing there was there was at least one really good pass coverage rep. That's right, Mercy Fate. There you are. Hey, dude, I'm going to see King Diamond in Baltimore, October 28th, man. Taking my son for the first time. I'm going to fucking go see King Diamond, bro. You should head over there. We'll hang out. You should. Hey, go to Baltimore. Meet me at the show. There's still some tickets for the floor. Like for general admission. Get in there with us. I'm general admission. Come hang, dude. I'd love to hang with you at a King Diamond show. Hey, there he is. Ablab. Singletary was mean. He's exactly what I'm talking about, Ablab. It's good to see you in here, man. The After Hours show. Remember this shit, Ablab? You used to hang. It's back. We're going to do this every week. Good to see you, Ablab. Always a pleasure. Oh, you're in Seattle, dude? All right, then you don't have to come to Baltimore. It's going to be great. I'm so excited for it. Bradigan's seen King Diamond. Yeah, I've seen King Diamond a bunch. My son's never seen him. I can't wait to take him. So what do you think of those Sherwood? The perfect album, Shawnee. That was the album that got me into him, actually. That was the one. Then I went back a little bit to Melissa, but for me, I'm actually more of a King Diamond solo fan than I am of Merciful Fate. I did like In the Shadows though, with Egypt and all that shit on it. But it's the best though, Fearless Leader. You're funny, man. But it is the best. See, this is great. We could talk about anything we want. I love it. I love this kind of stuff. 250 of you in here. Did we get the likes up? Did we do that? Did you guys hit the like? 250 people. We got 100 likes. So 153 of you now. 6 just left, just like that. As soon as I said it. A few people were like, "Phew." Yeah, man, let's hit the like button. Give me the milk thumbs. And if you're not subscribed, please do. This is the opportunity. This is when you do it, when we're hanging out. So you know what? I'm going to hang out. Let me subscribe. Then I can drop all my porn shit in here. You can do that. Look, Kim said, "What's up, Kim? Kim, you were in the previous stream. I saw you. I was trying to figure out what your avatar was, actually, tonight. It's a guitar. It's a bass. Yeah, all right. I see now. I couldn't tell. Now I made it bigger. I could see. I was trying to figure it out. I thought it was like a person. I thought the pickups were a person, like a face. Like when it's real little, it looked like a face, like a profile, and some like lasers going into the eyes, the mouth. I don't know. That's what I saw. Do you think is better, Quincy, CJ, or Sherwood? Well, CJ Mosley, when he was in his prime, is the best, in my opinion. But Quincy Williams is still, dude. He's just coming into his own. Was an all-pro last year for the first time. TJ Mosley's got all pros, numerous Pro Bowls and all that stuff. So Quincy's just now hitting his stride. So he might end up being the best. It's like, Demario Davis took a few years. He was good right out of the gate, but it took a few years to become the Demario Davis that's an all-pro for the Saints, So who knows? But I think Sherwood has the chops to be a very good linebacker. I don't know if he'll be an all-pro yet. I mean, he's, we're just seeing, he has never started a game for us. I mean, I shouldn't say that because he is our starting linebacker. He's our will, I believe, in the 4-3 in our base. So technically speaking, he is a starter, but we play so much nickel that he's out there only like, 25%, 20 or less of the plays. And then he plays special teams because of it, So I'd love to see more. If Sherwood can prove to the Jets coaching staff that he's not a coverage liability, I can cover every tight end in the NFL. And I can cover running backs. Then he'll be on the field more, and you'll see our base percentage start to uptick, which I think would be very, very beneficial for us because our weakness is the run. And he would obviously help with that more so than adding, a fifth DB. You know what I mean? Having 2 linebackers out there and 5 DBs, when they run the ball, it's like, okay, the DBs, they might be good tackle. Look, the truth is I don't want to see Sauce laying his shoulder. I think Sauce got injured week 1. I think he's playing through it. That's what I see. He was on the sideline for a reason. He had to make that tackle when Quinnen and Jermaine and Clemens, it might have been Debo who was running around back there. Everybody missed him. Might have been the quarterback, Purdy. I'm not sure. And then Sauce had to make the tackle and he got hurt. So I don't want to see Sauce laying his shoulder. If we can avoid, I want to see Sauce healthy and in coverage. That's what I want to see Sauce doing. Like, look, it's so interesting because, like, in the San Francisco game, you know what? 3 of the top 5 tacklers on the Jets were. You know what position they were? Defensive backs. That's not good. That's not what you want to see. Your leading tackler, you want to see optimally, your leading tackler would be your linebackers. And then your defensive ends. And if you're playing safeties up near the box, like that kind of shit. When your cornerbacks are leading the team in tackles, that's not good. That means that they're getting beat and they're making the tackle. It's like people who say them all the time with Ray Mickens. Remember Ray Mickens? He was 5'8". Remember that shit? 5'8", I think, running around out there. And he was really good, man. He was like tight coverage. You couldn't lose him. He's very sticky, but he's so little. Throw the ball, he'd jump, his hands right in there. But he would always get all these tackles. And I'd go, dude, Rainmaker's got 14 tackles. What do you mean he sucks? I'm like, dude, at 14 tackles. What do you think? Fucking Ray Mickens is coming up and run support? That how he's getting his tackles? 5'8", 158 pounds. He's dragging the receiver that just caught the ball to the ground. He's giving up yards. He's tackling him right after the catch. Great. That's it, right, Curly? That's what I'm saying. So, all right, dude, I told myself I was going to do 45 minutes, which would have been 11:15. I've doubled that. We just did an hour and a half. Inaugural return of the After Hours Jets Fest. I got to make new thumbnails, though. But look, at least, let me do this. At least I dropped the actual thumbnail for it. I saw that it had Zach Wilson on. Like right before I put it in there, I was like, oh, shit, I cannot have that. I cannot have Zach on there. So at least I did this. I replaced Zach with this. What do you think? Not bad, right? And I did this. I had numerous pictures. I wanted to put Brees on there. I was going to do Brees or Garrett. But I chose that one because it's late. Be quiet. It's late. People are sleeping. Hey, do you guys remember when I started this show, I was living in the RV. So I was like, my wife was like maybe 10, 12 feet to my right. And my kids were another 10 feet to my left. They had doors shut, but it's an RV door. It's fucking, might as well be a curtain. So I used to have to, like, I would get these texts. My wife would be like, are you kidding me? I'm like, I just banged on the table for Sherwood. Like, it's just a funny thing. So now I got 100 feet between me and the house. Like, I'm in a completely different building as my house. So we'll do a little better. I can yell all I want, but I thought that was funny. Breeze. Shh. But I think I got to do something a little different. I gotta, even the font bothers me. I don't know what I was thinking. I'll keep the picture. But anyway, David Harris was another one, dude. Go Hangard. David Harris was a badass. And let me tell you something. When Mangini came in, remember this, we had Jonathan Vilma. So the Saints have been scooping up our linebackers and they've been hitting all pro for a while. So Mangini came in. He had Jonathan Vilma, who was just an absolute stud in a 4-3. Oh, I'm sorry, a 3-4. He wanted to come in. He changed it to a 4-3. And, or was he a 3? Herm was the 4-3. Forgive me. And then, so we drafted David Harris in the second round. David Harris, he was a better fit. So he traded Jonathan Vilma away to the Saints. And thankfully, David Harris made good. David Harris was a stud. He definitely fell off. He got fat. Remember, he got fat and slow. I don't know how that happens. How do you get fat? If you're not a defensive tackle or an offensive lineman, how do you get fat? Look at Tyron Smith. He ain't even fat, dude. That guy is, I mean, he's like cut from cutting stone, isn't he? Tyron Smith is fucking crazy, man. Coming from Big Fat Becton, going to Tyron Smith, Jesus. It's crazy. So anyway, let's wrap this up. Yeah, well, they're both great linebackers. I get it, but it just sucks that when a coach comes in, we were talking about this earlier. Like you have these great players, and a coach comes in, and like we got to lose our great players because they can't fucking figure out how to use them in their system. Like, don't tell me. I guess Mangini played a 3-4. No, did he? I guess he played a 4-3. I'm almost certain. I know that the Belichicks, the Parcells, they loved the 3-4, but I feel like Mangini was a 4-3. And that's why David Harris, that middle linebacker. But I don't know, you would think that, like Mo Lewis said, dude, you don't have to cut me. I'll fucking do anything you need. Lance Mel's another one, man with rake in Florida. That's great. Man with Rake. Is that a business, dude? I love it. Man with Rake, everybody. If you're in Florida, give him a call. Rake up all your shit. Leaves, dog turds, whatever you got. Whatever you got. He was a 3-4, huh? I can't. Drafted Anthony Schlegel. Anthony Schlegel. Jesus. Yeah, I'm confusing it. I feel like I'm definitely confusing it for some reason, but I agree, dude. I've said that for many years. I said, don't tell me that. I mean, obviously, you got to have right packages, right? There are packages within systems, but don't tell me that you can't use players in your system. You should be designing your systems. If you're a real coach, in my opinion, you should be able to morph your schemes, your system around. When you have great players, you don't have to get rid of them. Like, the team has already compiled these great players. Figure out how to use them. That's my final thought. I'm going to end on that. Let me get this turd of a thumbnail off here. Guys, I had a fantastic night. Did Man with Rake tell me it was a business or not? I don't see. Let's see. Anyway, I had a great night. We had fun. We had 250 people in here at fucking 11:40 at 11:45 at night. So we'll be doing this every Tuesday. If I can't, I'll tell you ahead of time. But this is my plan to do this every Tuesday. Tomorrow night I'll be back with Tigo. At 8 p.m. on Talking Jets. But guys, please don't forget to hit the like button on the way out. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do. And I will see you tomorrow night for Armchair GM with my buddy Tigo. We agree on almost nothing. It's a crazy thing. And I keep telling him, dude, Tigo, I just want you to know I am right so much that you want to try to not be against me on everything because I'm right a lot. He don't care. He's like, bullshit, man. I've done so much research and blah, 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 blah. Mercy Fate, by the way, everybody says he did run the 4-3 with the Jets. We did 3-4 everywhere else he went. Is that true? That's crazy. I'm really struggling remembering a 3-4 with him. Really. So I think that's probably right. Thank you, Mercy Fate. All you guys in here, Meadowland, Swamp Thing, Patrick, Arikio, all those guys. Patrick did it. Therefore, you should do it. Thank you, Patrick. With that all said, have a great rest of the night, everybody. And I will see you tomorrow. Get some sleep. Talk to you then.
I think he's going to be day one, a violent vertical edge setter.